Snowflakes drifted gently through the cold December air, blanketing the small town in silver and white. Warm lights sparkled in shop windows, laughter echoed from families rushing home with gifts and groceries, and the scent of roasted chestnuts filled the streets. But for Daniel Carter, Christmas Eve was just another reminder of everything he'd lost. The 32-year-old single father stood behind the counter of a nearly empty cafe, cleaning up the last few cups before closing. His 6-year-old daughter, Lily, sat on a stool near the window, humming softly as she drew pictures of Christmas trees on napkins. It had been 3 years since Daniel's wife passed away, and though he tried to keep things normal for Lily, the holidays always hit harder. He had lost his job at a construction firm months ago and now worked long shifts at the cafe just to keep the lights on. Lily never complained, but Daniel could see how much she wished for a Christmas like the other kids, filled with gifts, cookies, and warmth. He had saved a few coins to buy her a small toy, but that was all he could manage this year. As the clock struck 8, Daniel decided to close early. He bundled Lily in her coat and scarf, took her hand, and stepped into the frosty night. The streets glimmered under the Christmas lights, but his heart felt heavy. Then, as they passed the town square, something caught his eye: a young woman and 2 little boys sitting on the cold sidewalk beside a flickering lamppost. The woman's face was pale, her clothes worn thin against the winter chill. The twins beside her looked no older than Lily, their cheeks red from the cold. They held a small cardboard sign that read, "Hungry. Please help. God bless." Daniel stopped in his tracks. Something inside him twisted painfully, maybe because he knew what it felt like to be desperate, or maybe because the sight of those children broke something in him. He turned to Lily, who tugged on his coat and whispered, "Daddy, can we help them?" Without a second thought, Daniel led his daughter over. "Hey there," he said softly, kneeling down. "Are you all right?" The woman looked up, startled. Her eyes were tired but kind. "We'll be okay, sir. Just need something to eat for my boys." Daniel didn't hesitate. "Come with us. There's a small cafe down the street. I can get you something warm." The woman hesitated at first, clutching her children tightly, but Daniel's sincerity was clear. She nodded slowly. "Thank you. You're very kind." Inside the cafe, Daniel warmed up a pot of soup and made sandwiches from what was left in the kitchen. He handed them plates and watched as the twins devoured the food, their faces lighting up with gratitude. Lily shared her cookies with them, giggling as they talked about Santa and Christmas wishes. As they ate, Daniel asked, "What's your name?" "Emily," she replied softly. "And these are my boys, Noah and Nathan." "Where are you staying tonight?" he asked. She looked down. "We don't have anywhere. I lost my job last month, and the landlord kicked us out last week. I've been trying to find work, but no one wants to hire a mother with kids." I didn't know what else to do. Daniel's chest tightened. He knew that hopeless feeling all too well. "You can stay with us tonight," he said without thinking. "It's not much, but it's warm." Emily's eyes widened in disbelief. "Oh, no, I couldn't. Please," he insisted. "It's Christmas Eve. No one should be out in the cold tonight." That night, Daniel gave Emily and her boys the small bedroom while he and Lily slept on the couch. Lily didn't mind at all. She whispered to her dad, "It feels like Santa sent them to us." The next morning, Christmas dawned quietly. There were no fancy gifts or decorations, but laughter filled the small home. The twins helped Daniel make pancakes, and Lily proudly showed Emily the drawings she had made of all of them together, a happy family around a Christmas tree. Tears welled in Emily's eyes. "You've done more for us than anyone ever has," she said, her voice trembling. "You didn't even know us." Daniel smiled. "Sometimes the people who help you most are the ones who understand your pain." But just when the day seemed perfect, there was a knock at the door. An older man stood outside, well-dressed, his eyes filled with emotion. He looked directly at Emily and whispered, "I've been looking for you." Daniel froze, unsure what was happening. Emily stepped forward, her face pale. "Dad." The man nodded. "Emily, I've been searching for you for months. After you left home, I realized how wrong I was to turn you away. I didn't know you were living like this." Tears streamed down Emily's cheeks as her father embraced her. He turned to Daniel and Lily. "Thank you for saving my daughter and grandsons. I'll never forget this." Daniel stood speechless as the man explained that he owned a small company nearby and had been desperate to find Emily. He insisted they come live with him, promising to give them a new start. Emily hesitated but looked at Daniel. "We'll come, but only if you and Lily do too." "What?" Daniel blinked. Her father smiled. "You helped my family when no one else did. The least I can do is offer you a job and a home." Daniel didn't know what to say. After years of struggling, after so many nights wondering how he'd take care of his daughter, here was a miracle he never expected. Months later, Daniel was working as a manager at Emily's father's company. Emily and he had grown close, their bond deepening with every shared moment. Their children became inseparable, and laughter filled the home that once echoed with loneliness. The following Christmas, Daniel watched as Lily, Noah, and Nathan decorated the tree together while Emily placed a star on top. He took her hand, smiling softly. "Last year, we were strangers," he said. "Now, we're family." Emily nodded, eyes glistening. Sometimes, the greatest miracles happen when you open your heart, even when you have nothing left to give. Outside, snow began to fall again, covering the world in white. Inside, warmth and love glowed brighter than any Christmas light.